Uh, hey! Welcome to The Lizard Life! I'm Elizabeth, Liz, or Lizard, depending on how you know me, and this is my life. um, Still working on sound. Um, and this is, I think, episode 3? 3? Of Growing Up an Adult. Um, as the title says, I'm coming back to Utah. I thought I'd give some life updates. It's been quite a minute since I've done one of these, and a lot has happened. So I thought I would just take some time to reflect on the last few months of my life. I said nah. She's sniffing my bow. Silly baby. So, as you know, Simon went to live with his girlfriend in Arizona, and that was just supposed to be for a few weeks. And then it was just supposed to be for a few months. And then, not surprisingly at all, he realized that he needs to stay in Arizona. Like, honestly, I predicted this, and maybe even attracted it. But, that means that I either have to find a new roommate or move out of here. And, I really love it here in Seattle. It's really beautiful, and I feel like I have grown a lot here. But I feel like things will be better. Not necessarily better, but there are just a lot of things that'll be easier back in Utah. You know, my family has moved around a lot, and at a certain point we started joking that we're like Mary Poppins. We show up in an area because the people there need us for some reason, and then once that need has been met, it's time for us to move along. This time, I was the one who needed this. I was the one who needed to be here. And, moving here, I was very afraid, but I had this feeling that it was where I needed to be. And I always knew that it would be temporary. I thought it'd be closer to a year, but I always knew that I wouldn't be here for a very long time. I was hoping that I'd go to California next, but that's okay. But I knew that there was some reason for me to come here and to be on my own for a little while. Over the last few weeks, I have had this feeling like I wasn't progressing anymore. Like there was some kind of threshold I had met, and I had this feeling, and I knew that if I didn't start doing something, then there was just something not right about that. I actually have a clip that I will put in here. I'm walking to work and thought I might chat a little bit. I've just been thinking about how my life, well, everyone's life is a lump of clay that we can shape into whatever we want. But it's a lump of clay that's been exposed to the elements, and you can't really control if a bug or a leaf flies into it. You can pick those things out, but first you have to notice them. But what I've been thinking about lately is feels like all my life I've been kneading and pressing my lump of clay, and I've had an idea of what I want it to look like, but no plan of how to get there. And I've tried molding it into what I want a few times, but then I get discouraged and lose my confidence and let it sink back into a shapeless lump. And right now I'm really feeling like my clay is very soft and super easy to mold, and I just have to make a decision on how to shape it into what I want. But I'm not totally sure how to get there. But I feel like if I keep just playing with it, all it's ever gonna be is just a lump. I don't really know what to do about that. What I was trying to get at there was, I was specifically thinking about my acting career, but there was this feeling that I had been here long enough and I needed to start actively moving forward. A few days after that actually was when Simon texted me and told me that he was going to stay in Arizona. You know, like I said before, I almost feel like I attracted this happening. When I first moved out here, at night especially, I would, in order to comfort myself, I would try to think about this as a long trip or a long vacation. And that worked. That did help me to get to sleep when I was feeling lonely and missing Utah. There did come a point where I didn't need to do that anymore, and I was okay being here, and but basically, like, I was doing that to comfort myself, and it worked, and I didn't need to do that anymore. And then Simon left, and I was alone, and very depressed. So I decorated, and that helped a little. I was still feeling lonely and depressed. Really trying to figure out how to make friends. Which I did. I have one coworker here, for sure, who I consider a friend. Then I started to have this feeling like I wasn't going to be here much longer. And I was talking to my sister Becca on the phone about it, actually, about how I just had this feeling like I was not going to be here in Seattle for much longer. And I wasn't sure if I should take that feeling seriously or not. So, like, maybe I'm psychic, maybe I attracted this, I don't know. Either way, I'm going back to Utah, and I think it's gonna be a good thing. And I don't regret living here at all, even though it was only for a few months. Over the last week or so, I've been trying to figure out what the reason was for living here for me. Been trying to figure out why I needed to be here for this short amount of time, because I do feel like there was a reason. And today, I think I finally understand. You know, I've lived a lot of my life being controlled by fear. Even down to silly things like this cute bow and bun in my hair. A year ago, I would have been afraid to wear this around people who have known me for a little while, because I would worry about how they would react, and I would think, not consciously, but there was this idea of like, who am I to do something a little bit extra and cute, you know? And like, I would be so scared of what people I've grown up with would say about me doing something different from what I've been doing. And it's just a silly, cute little bow. It all comes from this fear that I had. And I think that part of why I needed to live here in Seattle was because here, people don't seem to be afraid of what other people are thinking. Like, I dressed up as a pirate and went grocery shopping, and a guy asked me if I wear that every day. And a guy came into the store today where I work, and he was dressed in really cool Renaissance piratey kind of clothing, and like, it was fine. It was just like, people just live their lives here, and they let other people live their lives, and it's fine. And I think that I needed to see that, and I needed to be surrounded by that, so that I can be okay living my life. And, you know, I needed to get away from what was familiar. I needed to be far enough away that I couldn't just go to friends or family anytime anything went wrong. I needed to be able to rely and depend on myself. I needed to prove to myself that I can take care of me in every way, that I can be okay alone. And it's given me a confidence that I've never known before. Even talking to my coworkers, there's so much less fear. Almost nothing holds me back from just being who I am now. And I'm really, really hoping that I can bring that back to Utah with me. Because it feels so good, and it's what I wanted. It's what I've always wanted. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not exactly who I want to be yet. But I'm finally seeing progress. So I feel good about going back to Utah. And I feel good about being here for just a few months. I have no idea what the future's gonna look like. I know that I still want to do acting. I still want to be an actor. Being in Utah again is gonna be really good for that, actually. Better than being here anyway. That's still the big goal, but I don't know. I'm really feeling like right now I'm in a space where I've done the work that I need to do, and it's time to just let the universe take care of the rest. That's a little bit scary sometimes, but I think I'm already seeing things happening, and that it's exciting. So, yeah. Thanks for sticking with me. Um, Thanks for being my friends. Since I am moving in just a few weeks, I'm not going to be uploading here. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being on this journey with me. Um, Hope you enjoyed me rambling. And I'll see you next time. Bye. I want you all to think back to October 1st, which is right now as I'm filming. How crazy was that day for you? Because today a customer said have a good day to me, and I said you're welcome.